Hello there, and welcome to the second Age of Wonders 4 gameplay stream. My name is Lennart Sass.
My name's Tom.
Tom, hello
Yeah.
Tom.
Hello,
Tom is principal gameplay developer here at Triumph and also an excellent streamer.
Thank
you. We're going to do a new special stream for you. Just to recap, Age of Wonders 4 is a game where we put your creativity central. You're able to create factions and evolve them during game. In the last stream, we played a wizard queen controlling a bunch of orcs that you throwed into sort of like ice people.
Uh-huh.
And in this game, we're gonna go for dwarves.
Yes.
Deep dwarves.
Okay.
Show a little bit of the other side of the coin. Mortal champion?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's go.
Okay, cool. So when we want to start a game, the first thing we normally do is create a realm. So this here, for example, you would choose the campaign. Or you create your own realm. So, for example, you could say, I want a realm which is on some islands, and those islands are covered in ice, and it's inhabited by unicorns, and there is a demon prince. For example, the demon prince is king of the unicorns.
Oh, that was fast.
Yes. This isn't actually the way we're going to play. I'm just sort of demonstrating, because people like saying this kind of thing, the kind of thing that we could do if it had occurred to me to do this earlier before I set up everything else with a normal boring world. So, onto the main show. The first thing that we actually
it's not going to be boring. We're going to make an underground realm for you.
It's an underground realm, but it's a standard realm. It doesn't have any like special tweaks or anything like that.
But we're going to have an underground start.
We are going to have an underground start.
Yeah.
So obviously we've got a bunch of pre-made leaders. I think last time we showed some orcs, which are like these guys. But today we are going to be making dwarves. So click create faction button. And the first thing that we want to do when you create a faction is make the race. So you've got two halves in a faction, the race and the leader. And the race is made up of 3 bits. And the first of those bits is the form, which is essentially what they look like. So rats, felines, and dwarves. Now, this is only part of it. So if we meet someone else who's a dwarf, it doesn't mean that they're our race. They could be a different race, because dwarf is just the first bit. And the dwarf, as I said, is purely aesthetic.
Deep dwarves. Hill dwarves, mountain dwarves.
Exactly, all of the dwarves.
Fast-running dwarves.
Fast-running dwarves.
If
all
you want
dwarves. Happy dwarves. Exactly. When we have the dwarves, they come with 2 traits. So whenever the computer picks dwarves, they will almost always have these 2 traits, unless you explicitly told them not to. But if you want to make different kinds of dwarves, we can do that. So by default, they are tough, plus 2 defense, so they take less damage from physical attacks. But in my mind, dwarves are magic resistant, not physically resistant. So we could swap it for resistant, which gives us resistance, so reduction to damage, magical damage. Or we could choose resilient, which is status effect resistance. So this means we're less likely to be cursed, we're less likely to get sick, we're less likely to be mind controlled, stuff like that. Our mind trait is defensive tactics. Defensive tactics means that if we stand next to each other, we get a defensive bonus. So this is really good for making shield walls, and it's actually very, very dwarfy. However, we're not going to take it. We're going to take underground adaptation instead, because we want to be deep dwarves, under the ground dwarves. So what we're doing is we're sacrificing some of the power of our army in order to, essentially, for an economic and strategic bonus under the ground. Okay. Select that, and on to the next step. So the next part of your race is your culture. So if you imagine you were a wizard king, sort of wandering from world to world, and you came across a group of people, the culture is what these people were before you started messing about with them. The main thing it affects is their starting unit. So you can see feudal, which is sort of like traditional knights in castles and stuff. Get some archers. There's like a guy here, I think that's a peasant. Shieldsmen, so just like medieval people. Barbarians, what we had last time, less clothes, bigger weapons. We could be dark, pointy things, or, which was the one we want to do, industrious. Industrious when we supposed to see that. When we invented or came up with this idea for the system, obviously we wanted the player to be able to make particular roles. Dwarves, we want people to make elves, which is, for example, the high
dark
culture.
Elves.
Dark elves, dark culture, magical cats, the things that people really, really want. And we can make magical cats. Anyway, and industrious essentially was the choice for dwarves. It is for physically oriented, slow-moving, defensive culture. And by picking that, I'm going to get the 2 Materium affinity points, which also affects the kind of thing that we choose here. So the last part of your race is the society traits that you can pick. So this is why are your industrious dwarfs different from other industrious dwarfs? Like what is special about the society? We've got 2 points of materium already from the industrious culture. And you can see here that some of these, all of these have affinities too. And we're going to add more materium traits. So we're doubling up on materium.
Tom is a min-maxer, just so you know.
Us. Okay. Well, it's also about the character, you know, like the materium stuff is designed to feel dwarfy. So, you know, great builders we obviously have to have. So the quarries that we make in sectors will make more gold. And the special province improvements, which is sort of like, you know, golem-driven mines and stuff like that, they will be easier and quicker for us to build. It also means our starting city will have a workshop already, which is extremely useful. And then the other choice we have is either wonder architects or runesmiths. So runesmiths means that essentially enchantments are much cheaper for us. It also means our shield units, these guys, and our polearm units will start at a higher experience level, which is very useful for industrious. The alternative is wonder architects, which gives us a big bonus for capturing like ancient wonders, so like magical sort of like tombs and what's the word? Obelisks and stuff like that, you know, those kind of great big sort of magical things where it's better for them. And if we get them, we'll get more like production bonus for them. But I think runesmith is much more dwarfy, so we'll choose that. Okay. And there we have it. That's our race. So the next step is we've found our dwarfs under the ground. They're industrious. They like building things. They like enchantments. What kind of magic are we going to use to boost them and to begin with? So, you know, throughout the course of the game, I believe you'll choose up to 11 terms. You can even choose more, but 11 is the normal maximum. And was it 9? It's 9, not 11, sorry. And the terms are also divided by affinity. So the 2 materium terms are the Tome of Rock, this one. Which
at the start, yeah.
At the start, yes. So they've got gargoyles, which are brilliant. They're like flying shock units, which are terrifying. So fly behind your lines and one-shot your archers. You can drop rocks on people's heads. You can put rock on your skin. You can summon rock to walk around and have conversations with and fight. And you can turn yourself into rocks.
Wow.
Or
this tome rocks.
Please don't. Anyway, or the term of enchantment, which is all about, well, enchanting things. This is much more dwarfy and has the things you would expect from dwarfiness. So better shields, better weapons. Awakened tools is a spell we can cast on the cities to make them more productive. And animated armor is a sort of low-tech golem thing that we're going to have. So we're just going to choose that. Boop. And go to leader creation. So we have a choice. Last time I had a wizard king, which is sort of like a wandering interdimensional being who gives us bonus to magic.
Some return, yeah.
But we're going to choose champion. This means instead of being better at magic, we're going to get more gold. Our cities are going to be more happier and level up faster. And free city relationships will be better. So it'll be slightly easier for us to make friends with the people we meet on the planet. And this is us. The system thinks that maybe we want to be a woman. So you can see, actually, I choose a dwarf women, so that means we get little beards, which is neat. But I had already decided to switch form to masculine form. Okay. And then, yeah, we just have to sort of like choose what we look like. We've got the physique slider. It's very slim.
We're going to be a skinny dwarf.
Nope.
No. Tom likes it's very conservative.
Yes.
Okay, so you know.
Yes.
When it comes to dwarves.
Yeah. We need to make proper dwarves. That's like it's the player.
That's been the mission. Yeah, proper dwarves.
Yes. Okay. Huge arms, tiny legs.
No, he's gonna look like an orangutan now.
It's a dwarf.
Okay.
This is my fantasy, man. Don't fuck with my fantasy.
Okay. I'm gonna shut up.
And then we can choose a skin color. We can make a white dwarf. We can make a red dwarf, which is a fantastic TV show, but kind of looks a bit weird. But we can just choose plain dwarf. It's kind of demony. But yeah, we're just going to choose like Caucasian dwarfs. We have some skin decorations. Yeah. Choose one of these. Cool. Yeah. So I've got this one. Yeah. Where was he? Yeah, this one. You see, I came up with a backstory. You see, because when he was young, right, his father challenged him to a duel and burnt his face, and he was sent into exile. But he came back with little bald kid and overthrew his father and became king of the fire tribe. That's the story. Yes.
So he was through a trial of fire.
A trial of fire, an Agni Kai.
All right.
I've been watching Avatar. Anyway, no, actually, he just fell into the forge when he was really drunk. So, and burnt his face. So, also put a hat on, which he wears to hide his horrible, disfiguring condition. Okay. Whoop. Yeah, that's a good hat. And choose an outfit. Armor. More armor. I think there's a plate with more armor. Yeah. Where is it? Ooh, he's got a big one.
Cool. But there's more that we can change, right? This is not just about our character. Last time I skipped over it, but we can also customize the race itself.
We can customize the race itself. So these are our people. You can see we can also same sliders. We can change tubbiness. We can change arm length. We can change leg length.
So we're going to actually create tall dwarves.
Tall dwarves.
So in case you're dwarves, half dwarves.
Half dwarves.
Is half dwarves a thing?
No.
Because like half dwarves, you think like half is
one and
tall.
a half dwarf.
1.5 dwarves.
1.5 dwarves. No. Short dwarves.
Short dwarves.
Proper short dwarves. Okay, and then we can change the colour of their armour so it's a bit browner. Okay, whatever. And the mounts, so they're currently riding piggies, but we can tell them to ride. I think there's wolves. I can't actually tell. It's behind shield guy. Here's a wolf. I think there's another kind of wolf. Hoss. That looks really
No, that's just wrong.
Yep.
No, this is even more wrong.
Another hoss. Okay, and then quickly choose an icon. So that. Very dwarfy. The last thing, there is actually one choice that we make here which has a relevance to the game itself, which is the type of equipment we're wearing.
Right,
so
yeah, look at him. That's badass.
Yes. Also, bigger nose.
Oh yeah.
And
that's huge actually.
It is. It's enormous. Isn't
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, and so we could choose a sword and shield, but you can see that a lot of our guys already have shields. So by choosing a great hammer, we change our role. Rather than being defensive, we become offensive, and that makes us more flexible in our starting army. So that's the only real reason I've done that, and it looks cool. Okay, select that, and our journey begins. So we can choose a title. So this is how everyone in the game refers to us. We can choose one of the built-in ones, or we can make our own. Choose our pronouns, and we can then choose our title. I'm going to call myself a High King. That feels very dwarfy. Give myself the name Grav and Artson. So that essentially is a kind of mutated Dutch for the person who likes digging in the earth, sort of, or the son of the person who likes digging in the earth, something like that. Anyway, and then we are the Stoneborn. Now, people who know about Age of Wonders lore would know that the first dwarves were called the Firstborn, but they were on fire. So we can't start as them because we're not on fire. So we're the Stoneborn, so the secondborn, as it were. After the firstborn caught fire and all sort of died, we've got the safer, less flammable born.
Tom is normally not involved with lore, but
I don't know why. I think I'd be really good at it. So, and then we're going to click onward and start creating the world.
Right. So here we are in the underground.
In the underground. Yep.
Cool. So what do you have here?
So this is a slightly different. I've actually created a different world so I could play ahead of it and make sure there's no surprises, but also so we could play into the future and see how these guys might develop over time. We're under the ground. We have to the south a food pickup guarded by a bunch of ghostly birds of some kind, spirit hawks. We have our scout. We have a pickup over here, some mana nodes. There's a lot of like economics around here. So let's quickly pop up here and grab the treasure. And it is a Ring of Regeneration. Cool. And we'll give that to our leader.
Cool. Boom, there we go.
Oh, sorry. Okay, cool. And then if we have a look at the world, you'll notice that some walls look a bit different. It's much clearer to see on the overview map. This wall can be dug. So much of the treasure underground, much of the danger under the ground comes from digging into the earth. And because we chose the underground adaptation, we start with the digging ability. So what we're going to do is going to run around here, quickly zap the birds.
Yeah, so this is like earth, and that's sort of like bedrock, which you can't
we can't
excavate.
Yeah, can't dig that. Okay, so let's got that, get some food, so it'll go a bit faster and start walking towards this earthen wall over here. And then these guys can start moving to another earthen wall over here. It's not going to be hard. Cool, go to our city. Okay, so this is our city. We can give it any name if we want.
Blackwall.
Blackwall, yes. And all the different incomes and everything. And our production queues. So this is the building production queue, separate from the unit production queue. So Normally, it's our normal list of thingies, but what's special is because we've chosen industrial, instead of the normal storehouse, which is our food production one, the industrious guys get the workers' farmstead, which produces less food and more production. So this means that if you play industrious, at least early on, you're going to have less food, but you're going to make things faster. I think all of the cultures have their own little tweak on that. For example, I believe if you were paying attention with the barbarians, you might have noticed that I think they don't get a library. I think they get a special library which makes half knowledge and half unit production, for example. Okay, so we'll make a workers' farmstead, so we'll grow a little bit faster and make things faster. And for units, we're going to queue up. We can make anvil guards, which are shield guys, marksmen, or another scout. But we are going to start with an anvil guard because we only have 5 people in our starting army, and we're going to need more. And then lastly, research. So, mixture of 3 random things taken from our tome. The Enchanted Crow Companion is actually a generic skill. Everybody gets that. It means our scouts are better. Don't want that. We want one of these. Sundering Blades or Seeker Arrows. This is +1 range on ranged units, which is actually extremely powerful, but not really the dwarfy style. So I'm going to choose Sundering Blades, which means that when we hit an enemy, we damage their defense, so they'll take more physical damage later on.
Yeah.
Okay, chosen that.
Cool.
And end the turn. AI is pootering about somewhere up there. Cool. And let's move. Start digging. Okay, so you can run over here.
Meta nodes.
Yep, stand on the mana node and start digging this. Right button. Okay, so we want to dig this place. And then these guys be over here. Start digging this place. And that's pretty much it for now. Everything's being built. Everything's being researched. Nothing else to do. And done. See what happens. We get attacked.
Boom.
I think we're safe. I don't see anything. So when you dig, enemies can appear, which can be a problem, especially if you're a scout. So, whenever we've uncovered a mana node, we've uncovered a gold node, but we could also have uncovered like a bunch of angry dogs or moles or worms or something. Yeah. But
look, this seems to be going somewhere.
It does seem to go somewhere, yes.
Ooh.
So there is a tunnel. So let's dig this out, see what's through the tunnel. And over here, let's have a look, see what we've got over here. Spiders.
Oh, yeah.
A giant army of spiders, quite a lot, including a tier 3 spider, Dread Spider Matriarch. So we are making a new unit, so let's wait to get our new unit before we fight those guys. New Empire's Development Skill is available, turn 3. So in case you're wondering what Affinity did, so you can see our affinities up here, 6 Materium from our Materium Tome, our Materium Society, and our Materium Society traits. Because we've done that, we are going super fast down the Materium path of skills. So by choosing Materium stuff, our empire will develop in a Materium-y way. So we can make outposts faster, which is good. And it means our outposts start with palisade walls. Mm-hmm. So an outpost that starts with a wall, when it becomes a city, the city will also have a wall. So that means if you choose this, you will always have city walls when you make a city. Yeah.
So when you're min-maxing like you do, right? I normally do a bit broader. It means that you will only ever be able to pick Materium skills and general ones, right?
Yes, exactly. However, if I was to choose another tome, for example, I might choose, purely hypothetically, a Chaos tome, because I did. Yeah. Then I'll start going down the Chaos path as well, but much more slowly. A Chaos tome will give me 2 Chaos. So I'll slowly start pootering down here. So after 5 turns, I'd get this for clearing infestations. But right now we're only traveling down here. So you might want to choose your affinity to get a particular bonus. Yeah. Okay. So, but anyway, we don't need anything now. We're not going to make any outposts anytime soon. So just going to close that. We'll save our Imperium, which we need for making cities later. And Blackwall can then get its first province. So here we are. So we basically grab one of these. What I normally do is I would grab the mine for more gold.
That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
Which one's interesting? Sorry.
Well, normally, like these are rare resources. Like these.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So normally I would choose I'm going to choose it actually. The mine was the thing, but we can choose a research post, which is actually very useful, or a conduit, which mana node. These are very rare. We can only build these because we're next to a mana node. Yeah. However, at this particular moment, we need to build things fast and we need to get money. So we'd probably grab this second, but first I would normally take this, mainly because I want this iron mine, which will mean all of the structures we make will come in faster.
So for every population that your city gains, you'll get another pop,
Yep.
which will lead to another province that you can annex. And that goes a lot faster than in Planetfall, in case you played that game. So giving a very gradual growth. And you can actually plan your development. So you can actually move into this direction, into this tunnel, if you like. Yeah.
Yes. An army of undead has appeared. We went digging into the earth. We dug too deep. And
that's a very classical dwarf thing to do, right?
Yeah, it is. Run away.
Run away.
Okay. Okay. Right. So run over here. Grab this guy. Drop in into here. And our thundering blades are ready. How are we going to do this? Okay. So we've got the thundering blades. Okay. We'll turn that on. So I'll quickly show you that. So we're going to start casting that now. And we've got our anvil guard, which is cool. So just quickly replace that. We'll get a scout. Always good to have another scout. Build something else, maybe. We're about to turn on an enchantment. Enchantments use mana. We'll need more mana, so we'll get a shrine. Right, yes. Army of skeletons. Now, when you dig, normally monsters are stuck inside their infestation zones. This is an infestation of spiders. And as long as we're not inside the infestation zone, they'll leave us alone. When you dig up enemies, they keep coming, which completely screws me up because I wanted to fight over there in the monster den and fight spiders, and I'm going to fight undead in a minute anyway, so I don't want to fight them yet. Anyway, so let's just pretend like the spiders aren't there, and so it pretends like the undead aren't there. We'll just hide in our city as the undead sort of like charge around outside being a plague. Yes?
Yeah, they should not do any sieges at this point.
Oh, I forgot to do my research. Sorry, guys. Okay, right. Don't forget to do your research before you click enter. Okay, so Wayfinder enchantment, scouts move faster. Not as useful under the ground, very useful over the ground, but under the ground less useful because you're digging a lot. Steel Fury chant. Basically, Industrious have this gimmick where they gather bolstered defense as they fight, and this lets us convert all of our bolstered defense across our entire army into strengthened and fortune. So we lose our defensive bonuses and gain offensive bonuses. And then Rune of Vitality, which is an enchantment, which gives us all hit points and is really, really useful. I'm just going to take that. I'm sorry. Okay, and then new Empire Development Skill. No one cares. Let's go. Okay, you just hide there. Don't worry. There's certainly no undead out there.
Normally you do care, but Tom is a bit in a hurry. Right?
Yes. So let's get this show on the road.
Oh my God.
Oh, we'll be fine. Look, we've got 2 scouts. No, they'll get murdered. Okay, just... Oh, look, skeletons.
They might set some of our things at play.
What kind of skeletons are you? They're orc skeletons. Okay. Right, and then off we go. We are going to quickly fight some spiders, and then, after the spiders are dead, we'd probably come back and kill the undead. Okay, right, let's go in. So an infestation is a area denial thing where essentially a bunch of monsters have taken up a place, and if you hide out in there, then they will... if you go in there, they will attack you. To begin with, at the beginning of the game, they tend to be asleep, so they don't do anything. But later on, it will start spreading, and if they spread over your terrain, they'll start looting your provinces. And if you leave them alone for a very long time, they'll actually launch invasions out of the army. So out of themselves and come and attack you. So we need to clear them. And I just wanted to fight some spiders. So here we are in the monster den. You can see the bones of everyone that they've eaten already. We've got 2 types of spiders. I think the red ones are vampire spiders.
Pretty big creatures.
They are. Dread spiders. And here we have the mother, the queen spider. And I believe if you were watching closely, you'd have seen this spider got summoned. She can create spiders at the beginning of battle. Okay, and here's us, our little ragtag, not really ragtag, our proud group of dwarven explorers who are going to charge into battle. So how are we going to do this? We have a choke point here. Just turn on the grid so you can kind of see it a bit more clearly where it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and block up that choke point. And we're going to put this guy, I think, at the side. Now, because he's a shock unit, he gets a charge bonus if he moves. So you don't want to put him in the front line. You want other people to be in the front line and then him to come in and flank them. So hopefully they'll come here and then this guy will be able to come around from behind and bat them over the head. Then we'll send forward our support unit. This little ankh symbol. Our ranged units can go here. And we have pikemen. Oops. Pikemen should actually go in the front. But it's too late now. Yep. See, we have a restart button. So if you don't like the choices you've made because you made a tactical error, because you weren't really thinking about what you were doing, you can simply click the button and do it all again. Okay, and don't worry, you can actually turn that feature off in multiplayer so that people can't do it in multiplayer. It's a convenience thing in single player.
This was a planned showcase for this feature.
Exactly. I am totally in control of the stream. I know exactly what I'm doing. Right, quickly move. Stupid, someone's put some mushrooms in my way. Oh, we can stand on the mushrooms. Okay, and then, okay. Cool, I think that's us for now. So we make a little formation. Okay, right, I think the big spider is onto us. You've noticed. So normally what you would do with this army is you would want the enemy to come to you. But I think if we did that, a bunch of them are going to jump on my leader. So if I stand here, what happens?
Jumping spiders.
Does that cut them off? It doesn't really cut them off. Okay, so okay, let's go. Charge! Okay, so this guy's going to run in here, and this guy's going to run in here. Before we attack, we're going to use a little trick. So when a shield guy goes into defense mode, he projects an energy defensive shield thingy around everyone who's next to him. What that means is that these people will take less damage, which means that when we do this and these guys retaliate,
They're protected.
we will take less damage from the retaliation, which is good. You'll also notice that we've already got some buffs turned on. We have bolstered defense, the shield wall, that's what we just got from the standing next to a shield guy. Pinned, because we are stood next to someone, we're not allowed to move anymore this turn. But every time an industrious unit gets attacked, they get a stack of bolstered defense. Only once per turn, because otherwise it turns out to be completely broken. Cool, so that's our gimmick. And then a lot of the stuff for the industrious cultures involves manipulating stacks of bolstered defense. Then this guy, before this guy attacks, we're going to use this guy as a shock unit, and we're going to charge in here. He's going to do an absurd amount of damage. Baff him.
Boom. Whoa.
But not only does that, he cancels the defense mode, so we can't strike back, and cancels the retaliation, so we can't strike back, and cancels the defense mode. So now, because he did this first, when this guy hits, he'll do more damage. And then quickly send this guy in. So he's a crossbowman. He's a single shot attack, so we can then kill that spider.
Oh.
And then lastly, we have this. So this is a steel shaper, the support unit. We could take a shot. So if we took this shot, we'd have a 50% chance of doing 12 damage, blah, blah, blah. What that would effectively mean is these guys will do less damage. But what we're going to do instead is we're going to give a defense boost to the person who's most likely to get attacked, which is our leader. I think these two are going to jump on our leader. It's also possible that they're going to jump on the ranged unit.
Tom wrote the AI code, so he probably knows.
Yeah, I did. I think that they're going to jump on the archer. I'm always so impetuous. I am not one of nature's dwarves. I told you. Told you that was going to happen. So the AI has decided that since this guy has high defensive stats, they're going to attack someone else.
Tom's alter ego, the AI, decided to do something else than Tom anticipated.
Yeah, but this guy has to attack the leader.
Okay.
He has no choice. There's no one else for him to
Oh, in the back.
Yeah. Cool. And you see we resisted the poison because of our resilience thing. And now these guys are getting all fucked up. So they've lost a lot of their damage. They're down to half health. You'll see there's only 3 people per team, so 6 doing half damage. They do have 1 stack of bolstered defense. I'm going to cast a healing spell. And now they have 3 stacks of bolstered defense. And then one of the little guys is back, so now they do 4 out of 6, whatever that is. But 65% damage or whatever. 66% damage. But we can also use a healing ability. So the healing ability of the Steel Shaper removes bolstered defense. So we're removing 3 bolstered defense, adding 3 strengthened, and healing for 30, all at the same time. Cool. So we're going to do that once per battle. But now these guys are back to full health, and they're stronger. Hit that guy. And then this guy's going to hit us back. We get bolstered defense back again. Beat them up. Yeah. This guy comes in for the flank. Beat them up. This guy. Kill them all. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well, too late now. Shit. Okay, I didn't want to do that because I should have. These guys, of course, are threatening my my archers. Now my archers are not covered. Okay, just hit it. Luckily, your leader is incredibly tough. If this was not a leader, I would be in an extremely large amount of trouble because I'm being flanked by a tier 3 giant spider. But because it's my leader, she's really, really strong. So as a general tip for starting the game, put your leader in danger because it's really hard.
Especially when you're an armored dwarf with a
Yeah.
giant.
So the gimmick with these, so put your leader in danger. Essentially, they're going to survive anyway. They can absorb a hell of a lot more, and you're not going to lose your leader. You probably would lose a shield guy or something. If this goes, it wouldn't kill him, but it would really mess him up. Anyway, last but not least, we've got a crossbow guy. He's got a normal shot and a super shot. We can't use the super shot because we had to move. Let's kill this guy. We grazed. Okay, so we didn't quite hit him properly. Okay.
Whoa, oh no, oh no.
You slimed me. Okay, cool. So they are flanking.
Spider webs.
Yep, they are flanking our thingamajig. Oh God, everyone's flanking my poor leader. We've finally been poisoned. They've overwhelmed our defenses. Okay. Yeah. Come on.
Oh, shield guys taking a beating.
Yeah, they just will not die. Shield units are extremely hard to kill with physical damage. If you're fighting shield units, use magic damage. This guy has got 6 defense and 0 resistance. You will not kill him with physical damage. It's halved. Incoming magic damage is not halved. So that's the secret. That's why he's still alive. Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Right, I think he could kill that thing. Yeah, he's gonna be dead.
Boom! Look at that. That's the morale system in action.
Yeah, that's the morale system in action. And okay, we're gonna do this. I think you can kill him. You can kill. Oh shit! No. Oh, oops. Clicking too fast. Okay. We really have to kill this thing. We have to get rid of it. Okay, hit it. Yeah, this is a tier 3. So this is, we have 5 tiers in the game. Other games only had 4. We have 5th tiers because, we needed it for designery reasons.
Boom.
Yeah, okay.
Critting.
We still have more spells we can cast. Let's just keep killing. This guy will survive the fight. You'll notice as well, by the way, do you see these 2 little red swords? I can't exactly remember why. I think it might just be an industrious thing, but that means he can retaliate twice. Normally, units can only retaliate once per battle, but it looks like industrious units can retaliate twice because he's got it as well there. Okay. So he's the only survivor, and his banner is flashing. That means he's either routed or very close to routing. If this guy dies, I think that the big spider will get too scared and will try and run away.
Yeah. The mommy lost all her babies. I mean, that would be very sad, even though she's a monstrous spider.
Yeah. Well, come on.
Terrible story.
Len, please. He had a family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I am not attacking the... You're the one doing this.
Okay, kill it. Go get the show on the road, stupid thing. Out. There, put it out of its misery.
Oh, boom.
Okay, cool. We have defeated the spider horde. Hooray! Everyone survives, and we get a new crossbow and a crown. We are king of the dwarves. New hat, which you don't see that hat. And we've leveled up. So in case anybody hasn't seen this yet, we've gone through a battle. We've had 2 fights. We've leveled up. We've got a skill. Because we have chose a great hammer, we started with a skill from the warfare branch. So we could stay in there, and it probably would be a good idea to stay in there. We could give ourselves bolstering, because he doesn't have it by default, so that would make him tougher. Sprint means he would be able to move faster, which means his charges would be better. Thundering Strikes means that when we hit people, it'll damage the defense. But because he only strikes once, it's not very efficient on this type of character. If he was using a repeating attack, it would work better. But I'm just going to choose bolstering because it's useful to have bolstering. Cool. But now, we are going to go into the future to see the empire that our dwarves have wrought.
We're just going to ignore those undead.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They will be fine.
They'll be fine. We've got big wolves. They can't get in. Anyway, we've got different undead to deal with. That's
the start of it.
Okay, cool. So I actually played this on that save. I played a couple of days ago for about 7 hours or so. And did I load the wrong save? I did load the wrong save. You can see we are seasoned professionals. This is what I wanted. Okay, so I played this game for 6 or 7 hours. So this is actually an organic playthrough. And I stopped at this point because I thought it was funny. So what has happened? So if we look under the ground, you can see this is roughly where we started. So our city is really big now.
Underground river,
We've
cool.
got an underground river. We've got
Lava pool.
excited. We went through that tunnel and we discovered a free city of our kin. Yep, and we discovered there's some like undead hanging out up here, and yeah, and then on the surface we ran into an absolute horde of fucking elves. There are elves everywhere. We have gotten, can't pronounce this. Zithil Silverleaf, who is a first dwarf and who is our good friend. We have the green dwarfs.
Well, that can be.
Oh, there are lots of elves, don't worry.
All right.
Sylvani Laurel, who is a verdant elf, which I guess is a sort of a wood elf. She's here too.
The green.
And green elf. And Werlak of Insuldir, who I believe was the antagonist from Age of Wonders 3.
He showed up here. All right, cool.
He's here too. And he's a Shadowborn elf. And essentially, as unsurprisingly, the elves all hate each other. And we've got a mole person. Also, we have the human mole alliance. So the humans are in alliance with the moles. And they are at war with the elves and everyone. So essentially what I did, I tried to make friends with everybody. Made friends with the elves, made friends with the humans, made friends with the moles. And then unfortunately they all declared war on each other. So I had to do the most shameful of dwarfy things and be an oathbreaker and refuse calls to war, which was very sad. But, I thought that we should stay neutral. And then I decided to invade the Shadowborn elves because they're evil, right? So this is my main army. You can see Grav is here, heavily kitted out. We've got some pyromancers. We've got some golems. We're going to go kick his ass. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Look. And then we've got a friend. She's riding a giant spider. She's got a crossbow. And at the same time, I thought, I bet Len would like to see more cities underground. I'll just wander over here and make another city underground. So I made a city underground. I thought, there's an infestation here, but, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, what will it be? And then I went down here with my army, and there's just an absolute metric of undead. So many undead there, and including this guy. And I moved down here, and now I'm screwed. So what would happen is, when we hit end turn, we're going to get attacked by an army of the undead.
So you think you're going to win this?
No. But we're going to have a valiant last stand. As is traditional in games such as Dragon Age and such, we're going to do the valiant stand against the hordes of undead monsters under the ground, and we're gonna probably die tragically, but we're gonna try. Okay. We are totally outclassed militarily. I'll just say this. We are heavily fortified. We have the beginning of mid-game technology. We have enchantments. They have a dragon. And 2 baby dragons, or wyverns. And they have whatever that guy is. I think he is a mystic sorcerer. Yeah, he's a mystic spellbreaker.
Oh, looks cool.
Yep, they are all, I think they're all undead. Yeah, so this guy is dragon, yeah. Okay, we have to hurry. Let's go, fight. Okay. Yeah, they're all, I think, is he? Yeah.
We've got 10 minutes, Tom.
Yeah, okay, so he's undeadified. Yeah, we've got 13, we'll be fine. Okay, cool, let's do this. What have I got? I have gotten secondary hero Broca Ironmouth wielding a lightning sword with an ice shield thing and her magical horse. The magical horse is actually really good because the magical horse means that anyone who ends their turn next to us takes morale damage. Unfortunately, we're fighting the undead, and the undead are immune to morale damage. That's not going to do anything.
So there you go with your death horse against the death people.
Death horse against death people. Yeah, so unfortunately the main gimmick of the horse will not work against the undead, which is another reason we're actually in trouble. Quickly move forward, set up in this foundation. We've got our shield units guarding everyone, and then I'm just going to use this ability to drop some extra defense on these. So this is our animated armor.
Yep.
Boom. Yep, pikemen. Now, pikemen this is pretty much the only thing we've got going for us.
Where does this come from?
This is from the Tomb of Enchantment. It is a summoned unit from the Tomb of Enchantment. While this guy, the Iron Golem,
Tier 2. Right?
The Iron Golem is a Tier 3 unit from a Tier 2 tome.
Yeah.
And the Enchanted Armor is a Tier 1 unit from a Tier 1 tome.
Right.
Summoned. This guy is built in the city. He is from the Tome of Artifice, and he is a super powerful shield unit, and also one of the secret weapons we've gotten. Okay, and because he's a golem, he's immune to status effects, which will help us a little bit. Okay. So the undead are coming. The general plan is to see if we can catch them in this choke point and do as much damage as we can before we get flanked by a dragon.
Bone.
By a choke dragon. The moment we get flanked by a dragon is the moment everything goes terribly, terribly wrong. But, you know, like, we can try. What spells have we got? We've got abducting cyclone. Okay, right, so what we do is, last time I did this, I messed up. How far can you guys move? So, what we're going to do is you can move there. We're going to get this wrong. No, don't do that. Yeah, okay. These guys are going to die anyway. Put that there. Yeah, and then this goes here. The problem with the choke point is that I myself can't get my units in properly. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use a magic spell, because we have the Tome of Winds, Abducting Cyclone. We're going to kidnap a unit and drag it over to us. Boop. I think we've stolen one of the skeletons, so we can just quickly get him out of the way so we can do something at least. Okay, you can see our Sundering Blades are switching on with weakening defenses as we hit him. Oh, twice. Yep, not much else we can do. And shoot him a little bit. Oh, we missed. Okay. So this is the problem, of course. A choke point is very good defensively, but of course when we are all melee units, that does mean that we're also reducing our own offensive options.
Oh, they're
busting the dragon.
What was this? Oh no.
Okay, last time I did this, I did manage to kill the dragon. Just. So let's see if we can do it again. I would not hold my breath. Okay, let's see what we can kill. So they're all coming in, taking pot shots at the animated armor. I think we should at least be able to kill a few of these guys, right? Yeah, the choke point, I think the choke point was a mistake. The choke point's working against me because, like, I'm getting funneled as well. Only my crappy units in the front line are able to fight. And that would be fine if we weren't about to get flanked by a dragon. But we are about to get flanked by a dragon. So, right, what are we going to do? Heal the enemy, set people on fire. What does Bolstering Charm do? Bolstering Charm. Oh, right, heal. Yeah, it's probably for the best. And if we get this guy out of the way, we might be able to kill him? Yay. Okay, cool. So we've opened up some space.
Tom is speeding up the animations, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to speed us up. Okay, so I think that these guys are a much bigger threat than these guys. So we just hit this guy. Also, these are ranged units, so they can't, I think they're ranged units. Are they zombies? They're zombies, right? Yeah, they're zombies. Okay, they're not ranged units, doesn't matter. If they were ranged units, then standing next to them would prevent them from attacking.
They had a Giant Slayer ability as well.
Yeah, right. So pikemen have Giant Slayer, which gives them a damage bonus against flying units and cavalry.
Big units.
Big units in general.
Big units, yeah.
Okay, so these guys are just going to have to turn on the defense modes. The hero is going to turn on this ability. So this is a signature skill. When you hit level 5, you get a signature skill. So we're going to do that. It's going to give us a bit more healing. See what happens.
Mass regeneration.
The dragon's nearly here. Dragon is coming. Yeah. Oh no.
Boom, boom.
Yep. The dragon's here. Dragon is angry.
Breath weapon. Oh no.
You see, we resisted the poison.
Yeah.
We resisted the poison. Oh, I think we're going to lose our first unit.
We're surrounded by dragons.
Yeah, I know.
It's a beautiful sight, though.
It's a glorious last stand for the glory of dwarven kind.
We're going to be snacks for bone dragons.
Yeah. I still reckon I can take the dragon, but maybe not. We'll see. Okay, what's going on? And then the battle mage turns up. The battle mage is really bad news. As I mentioned earlier, trying to kill shield units with physical damage is a terrible idea. Trying to kill them with magic damage, though, is easy. And an iron golem will not last long against the battle mage. It'll win, essentially. Okay, right, so the iron golem charges ahead. Can we at least kill one of these wyverns? I think we can if we drop a fireball on his head. Pass that. Got it.
Yep. So you did end up picking that Chaos Stone.
I did. I thought that, dwarves like fire, so I took the Tome of Pyromancy.
There you go.
Cool, we've killed one. Now, right, so we're going to run into the dragon. So if we mouse over the dragon, we see these little swords. That's his threat zone. So if we don't stand on that, he won't retaliate. Yeah, okay, cool. Should we taunt the dragon? It's never going to work. Let's just hit him. Okay, hit him, then there, and then run over here. Maybe we should have taunted him. Oh well. Okay, so he does have fire weakness. All of the undead have fire weakness. So we're going to hit him a bit. Okay, and then what are you going to do? Can we can't really maybe take a pot shot at these things to weaken their damage output a little bit? Okay, as you can see, our lines are faltering. But we are proud dwarfs. We will not surrender. We will not give up. We will hold the line until every last dwarf is lying on the ground, dead, eaten by a dragon. Okay, now you'll notice that it's actually good. Heroes taking like damage like this is sort of good. Like when a unit with multiple figures takes damage, their damage output goes down. Heroes, though, are a single unit. So that means their damage never goes down. So in a way, it's better for them to tank. So you see about one of the golems drop dead. That means the damage output is now lower, which is a problem. But that won't happen with the hero. I reckon we can take the. I reckon we can take some of these guys down. Out. Out. Yeah. Okay. Right. We have to kill this thing. This thing is by far the biggest threat on the battlefield, apart from the dragon. Okay. Fireball on his head. Die.
They look a bit like elves.
They do. I think he's a. I think he is.
Right.
He is a seafaring manling who is under the ground and undead. And, okay, and shooting these zombies a bit. Okay, right. The big problem. Okay, so now the dragon is in trouble because it's surrounded, so we can take a bunch of free hits on it. It has very high status resistance. Oh, but okay, we removed one of its bolstered defenses. So sundered defense and bolstered defense mirror each other. So if something's got bolstered defense and you hit it with sundered defense, you remove one. Okay, cool. I think it's going okay, right? Right, Mr. Dragon?
Yeah. You're doing well, Tom. You're doing well.
See, look at the damage output. These are tier 3 battle mages. They are bad news. Yep, there goes the other golem. And I reckon we can kill the dragon. It's taking us out, but we can kill the dragon.
Fudge. Keep the faith.
I reckon, no, it's dead. I think I can flank it with my hero and kill it. I'm not going to win. Am I going to win? We haven't got much time. We've got 4 minutes. Go! Kill the dragon! Yay! Right. Sorry. Oh, well, okay, we took out the dragon and we're taking out the zombies. Right? Guys? Taking them out? No? Okay, not taking out the zombies. Yeah! Quick, keep chasing them! Keep chasing the battle mages. Okay.
Oh, excitement.
I don't believe I won. I am genuinely surprised. I didn't expect this to happen. When I tried it before, I didn't come close to winning. I got massacred. I had to run. Okay.
You haven't won yet, so
I haven't won yet, and you can see it is okay. It is kind of touch and go. Yeah, I think that kill it. Die. Why would you die?
Little manling.
Yeah. We out of magic. I think we're out of magic. No casting.
Yeah, that's a scout.
That's a scout. Oh, I meant to. Okay,
Yep.
the scout's the lowest threat. Oops. Okay,
Yeah.
what's I going to do? Oh, so this is a range. These ranged units can't attack when they are engaged. So that means he has to move away from me. So if you see ranged units on the battlefield, always step away. Always stand next to them. Ah. He died from fire. For the glory of dwarfenkind. Dodge!
There we go. On my fire steed.
Oh, wow.
Boom.
We've nearly done it.
Yeah. There goes the scouts. Oh, there's the support units.
Oh, yeah, of course. I was going to say normally, and then I was thinking now they'll rout, but they can't rout because they're undead. So that means that we have to kill all of them. We have no choice.
They're fearless.
Yeah, they are. Can you kill this guy? Oh, I did it. I am genuinely shocked. This wasn't supposed to happen. I was supposed to lose the fight. Oh, well, cool. Hooray for me. Hooray for the dwarves.
Hello. Hooray for Tom.
I am king of video games.
Your own video game. That's not fair. With the AI that you wrote.
Yeah. Beat him up. Beat him up. Yeah.
Right.
Dodge. And okay,
Boom.
so against all the odds, we have actually survived the undead hordes.
There goes the last one.
And yeah, we lived to fight another day with our desperate lot. And it was touch and go. I like I said, I've done that before and it didn't work, but this time I just about managed it. So if you click close.
Cool.
Yeah.
I actually was playing this entire time.
Yeah. Okay, I hope that you all like this demonstration. We'll be doing more dev diaries. We'll be doing more streams. So yeah, keep an eye on our social media channels. We'll have links to those in the videos on the streams.
And of course, there's going to be many other influencers playing as well,
Yeah.
doing crazy creations, less traditional ones.
Traditional ones.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.